We've got to talk about it. The TKO Group is now a thing as the merger went through for WWE and UFC under the Endeavor banner. Also, WWE's president is teasing TKO All-Star Weekends with WWE and UFC premium live events. I'm Troy from the Main Event Marks. Let's get to it.
This is the main event!
The link to the comicbook.com article I'm covering is in the video description. The merger between WWE and UFC into TKO Group was made official this week, and while some executives like Dana White have pushed back against the idea of crossovers between the two promotions now that they're in the same company,
I don't even know what to say to that. No. There's some crossover. Some people like WWE, some people like UFC, some people like both. I don't think there's ever going to be a day where we turn every UFC fan into a WWE fan or every WWE fan. What's beautiful about the synergy between these two fan bases is they are very completely opposite.
WWE President Nick Khan already has a major booking opportunity on his mind. While talking with Bill Simmons this week, Khan floated the idea of a TKO All-Star Weekend where a single city would host Friday Night SmackDown, a UFC pay-per-view, and a WWE Premium Live event in 3 consecutive days. Quote, yes, what everyone envisions is, can you set up an all-star TKO weekend where SmackDown goes on Friday, UFC on Saturday with pay-per-view, and WWE goes with a Premium Live event on a Sunday? Can you do that from the same city? Certainly a lot of cost efficiencies there in terms of production, but there are a lot of revenue efficiencies in terms of upside there as well, Khan said. Quote, certainly the fighters and WWE superstars stay separate. Could you have a Ronda Rousey or Brock Lesnar come along who can cross from one to the other? Sure, but that's a once-in-a-decade type of thing. In terms of production, UFC exec VP/Operations and Production Craig Bersari and WWE line producer Kevin Dunn, they've had a number of conversations on those efficiencies, how it might look, and how it might work. Hopefully we have some news on that in a couple of months, he added. Some teamwork and pointers being given between production teams for WWE and UFC actually sounds really smart, and probably the best way to go to give viewers the biggest bang for their buck. Kevin Dunn, after all, has been running WWE production for something like 30 years or more. I don't know anything about Craig Bersari, but UFC production is almost always amazing, so this can only be a net positive. After hearing those comments from Dana White, though, about how he laughed off the suggestion that there's any fan crossover between UFC and WWE,
one of the dumbest statements of all time.
There is, by the way, whether he'd like to admit it or not, you could guarantee that it would take a lot to get him to go along with some major crossovers. Maybe a light crossover here or there, but nothing major. I'm personally fine with that. They're both doing great on their own. Maybe just promote one show on the other, have a quick interview with a UFC fighter on a WWE show, or have a WWE match play-up package on various UFC shows. I think that's where any crossover would be best served. Nick Khan's idea, I think, would actually be pretty great. I would think that there should be some sort of package deal for viewers where you could purchase a UFC pay-per-view and a WWE Premium Live event at the same time, but all the WWE PLEs are shown on Peacock, and I think UFC is only on the ESPN Plus app, so that would be a bit hard to pull off. Maybe in the future, Disney would want to purchase the streaming rights for WWE so that they can move over to ESPN Plus or even to Hulu. Personally, I'd hate that because I love Peacock. I like some of the shows and movies that they offer besides just the WWE stuff, so that would suck for me to have to choose if they went to ESPN Plus. I have Hulu though, so if they want to go to Hulu, I wouldn't mind that. Wrapping up this article, Vince McMahon comments on the WWE x UFC merger. Vince McMahon, fresh off returning from his medical leave, commented on the TKO Group merger in a press release on Tuesday. Quote, this is a culmination of a decades-long partnership between Endeavor and WWE across strategic initiatives, including talent relations and media rights. Given our collaborative, trusted relationship and Endeavor's incredible track record of success growing UFC, we believe WWE is optimally positioned for future growth and success as part of TKO. Our focus remains on delivering for the fans across the globe as we take the business to the next level alongside UFC and Endeavor, end quote. McMahon reportedly made a number of changes remotely to this week's Monday Night Raw. He has not physically appeared at a WWE show in months. And thank God for that, eh? Maybe he's fully out now.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
He's certainly out as the head of WWE, marking the first time in over 70 years that a McMahon has not been at the helm of WWE. This kind of brings his vision for his father's company to a head where he really wanted to make it a global phenomenon and make it bigger than just a wrestling federation. His comments on this matter are all corporate gobbledygook speak, so he's sticking to the script, but I think that I speak for everyone when I say, goodbye, Vince. Enjoy retirement, and don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Don't get me wrong, Vince McMahon is essentially the Walt Disney of professional wrestling, or sports entertainment if you're one of them weirdos. And like Walt Disney, he's a part of a lot of great childhoods. He provided a lot of fun and a lot of smiles. He helped to start a lot of friendships. Hell, Greg and I bonded over wrestling and became good friends because of it. But, also like Walt Disney, he's a devil to many and left a lot of broken hearts and misery in his wake. I guess it all depends on what side you were on when he was dealing with you. Comment with your thoughts on all of this. Are you happy about the merger? Are you looking forward to any possible WWE/UFC crossovers? Are you happy that Vince is gone? Let me know in the comment section. Also, please share this video around to everyone you know, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that little bell to be notified every time we post brand new content. I'm Troy with Main Event Marks. Don't forget to download the new podcast that drops every single Wednesday, and our bonus episodes that release on the second to last Friday of every month.